Well boys, what a year.
I know. I can't believe some of the stuff that we've witnessed. But right now, Christmas special, let's review our top 10 moments.
However, we can't do this without one thing. I need to go get it. You don't know about this yet. Hold on.
You're kidding me.
This is cute. Okay, so top 10 moments. We cannot do a whole top 10 without mentioning this one thing. This is a massive honourable mention to the doll.
Oh, yes.
Right? I wouldn't say it's number one, but I think the reason it's not number one is because this thing is so consistent. This is everything we've seen of the doll so far.
Right, you're in the room with it. Oh my god!
Whoa!
I can't believe how many times that thing's moved. It's almost become like the star of the show.
I don't even know where I got her from. She wasn't from a haunted collector or nothing, so...
I found it in a cupboard down here. I remember the first time it moved, I was showing one of the bar staff, Sarah, one of the rooms just upstairs because I just about decorated it, and it swiped itself and 4 of the things off that shelf. And ever since, that thing has terrified me.
So, number 9's got to be the walkie-talkie.
Oh my god, yes, in room 2.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
I mean, there's 2 ladies on the table, and you can see it moving, and they said the walkie-talkie just moved.
I think it was the amount of time that it took you and me to actually debunk this one, and we just couldn't, could we?
No.
Look. What happened then? It moved. That did move. It moved. That fully moved. The walkie-talkie just moved on the table if you saw it.
Phoebe and Kelly have just radioed through from room 2. They said their walkie-talkie moved on the table. Harry and I are just going to check that back now.
Look. Look.
Oh my god.
I can't believe I wasn't there that night.
I know.
It's one of those things, and I actually came in the next day and watched you guys for a solid hour in room 2 trying to sort that walkie-talkie out, trying to work it out.
It was looking back now, it was a really active night, that one.
Yeah, really active night.
It's probably because you weren't here, Brett, to be honest. I think coming in at number 8 has to be the moment with the laugh in the corner of this room when I was chatting to those 2 guests at 2 o'clock in the morning, and that fella just went ha ha ha.
I don't think I was even here that night, was I?
If I remember right, it was a while ago. You'd either left early or weren't here, but I was in the office at the time, and you sworn it was me laughing. We checked back all the cameras. It's literally over there, over your shoulder.
I know. And even the guests were like, was that outside? And we did everything, even checking if there were people out in the street. There was just nobody there. Another classic moment. Take a look at this.
Obviously, if you imagine an inn, well, most inns in the country in the 17th century had brothels in them.
Yeah.
And that was the one in here. Is that outside? Brett? Brett? Yeah. Was that outside? Yeah. Was that outside? What? She said like a man laughed. What?
Was it not him? Was it not Brett?
You didn't laugh then, did you?
I texted someone, but...
Did you laugh when you texted?
No, not at all.
I just heard someone go, ha ha ha.
That is really cool, that, isn't it? What?
I think the amount of times we've heard direct voice phenomena within the function room, the brothel section, it's just a crazy, crazy moment.
There's a couple moments, and that one is one that's really freaks me out every time I hear it. It seems more and more concerning every time I watch it. That laugh is strange.
Absolutely.
I tell you one other thing that happened in here, talking of voice phenomenon, is the baby crying. This was the first time My Haunted Hotel went truly viral.
Absolutely. I think it's 1.5 million views now on TikTok for that video.
Yeah.
It was so cool because Tom was coming up the stairs at the time and he was like, "What's that?" And I was coming around the corner because I heard it as well, wasn't it?
Is that?
Watch closely as staff member Tom, who has just locked the downstairs bar, comes to drop the keys off, and as he enters the function room, a clear baby crying is heard coming from the old brothel. This is one of the clearest pieces of DVP, direct voice phenomena, we have ever captured, and Tom is left in pure shock, as are the team.
Yeah. Huh? You said yeah, Ben? Who said yeah? Me.
Did you see a baby?
Yeah.
See a baby crying?
That's so loud as well, isn't it?
I think we did up the audio so you could hear it clearer.
Yes,
But-
it was enhanced very slightly.
But it was that loud when we were in the room. It was very strange.
Happens just behind the Christmas tree here as well, which was just... It's one of those moments that's fantastic for the rest of the staff that work here though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Come here downstairs in the pub and ask the staff what they've experienced, because most of them have a story now.
So I think number 6 should be the panel downstairs. That was so
I almost
mad.
forgot about that.
I think we were all around the big table doing something at the time, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was a big, huge bang, and we couldn't find out where it was for ages. And then I opened the door, and there it was.
Yeah, I remember you two running downstairs because all the guests heard it as well. And yeah, it did. It took ages to find, and then suddenly opened the door. And we all thought that someone had kicked the building because, you had to give it that type of force to put one of them things through. And then when we checked that outside camera footage, Brett, play this back.
And that's our reaction there to it. The panel gets kicked in from exactly here. You can see the exact panel is basically right there. There is nobody about. What the hell is that?
That's some force, that, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, when I watched the footage back on the cameras, Danny walked in. I went, "Go on, what is it?" Because we were convinced that someone had kicked the door in, basically. And I went, "You're not going to believe me. Watch this." And the footage is there. You can see that panel on camera.
You know what also is weird? How flat Danny's feet are.
What?
Oh yeah, I have got flat feet. I've got no arches.
Whoa.
They're
That's
really
so
flat.
weird. Have you seen a doctor about that? Do you wear like special shoes?
They are called, and here is the technical term, I have Afro-Caribbean feet.
Really?
I think you've said that to me before, haven't you?
True,
Wow.
Number 5, halfway through the top 10 moments, and I have to throw this one in there, and it's a personal for you, Brett. That moment with the Introvox and the I see you.
That was crazy though.
That was still the most ridiculous thing because nobody had a clue that I'd wrote "I see you" on that piece of paper. I was doodling over in that corner, and nobody had known what I'd written. It couldn't possibly. No one could guess it. It baffles me.
Yeah, I think for any skeptic watching this show, that moment is just one of them incredible moments, and all the guests witness it as well. It was just bang on cue. Take a look.
Strange.
What was that? Harry, what was that?
Oh my God!
What did that say? I could hear it, Kevin.
There was someone talking.
Okay.
Brett and I make our way to the control room so we can play back the footage to find out what the voice said, and something utterly mind-blowing is about to come to light. Just before the voice comes through, you can clearly see Brett here, and none of us are aware that he has actually just wrote something on a piece of paper. Sheer panic is about to kick in.
Right, is night vision on? Okay. Right, Sue, stay there a sec. We heard a female voice. I think it said 3 words. I'm not even joking. When I was stood there, I don't know if you saw me, I was fiddling around with a pen.
Yeah.
Have a look what I wrote on that notebook. Literally 20 seconds before.
Really?
No way. I see you.
Are you serious?
No.
What do you think that said?
There you go.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh my God.
Listen.
I'm not even. We will play it back on the cameras. I did not.
Wow.
I wrote that.
Brett,
before.
if this is what I think it is, then this is mind blowing. Listen.
I wrote it in case it came through.
Listen.
Yeah, it was after this.
That is mental. There's no way, is there? Oh my God, that's amazing.
What was that? Harry, what was that?
Oh my God!
What did that say? I could hear it, Kevin.
There was someone talking.
Okay. What was that?
There's no way. There's no way.
That was mental.
We will play it back and we'll find out exactly when I wrote that. I wrote that a minute or two before.
So good.
It read what I wrote. There's no other way of saying it.
The voice also came through from the brothel section as well.
Yeah.
So how can something move from there to the brothel? It was crazy.
Can't explain that one.
So number 4, it's got to be the guest leaving. That was epic that night. You heard someone running towards them on the corridor,
Oh yeah.
and everyone left. I think there was 5 rooms in that night.
Yeah, 4 or 5. Yeah, and everyone left. It became this sort of mass hysteria where one person's like, "Oh, I'm not sure," and yeah, there's a good one. Hold on, I need to put my.
I'm just checking. Are you two okay? Yeah. Just everything all right? We all good? Yeah.
Yeah, why?
Just as the guests are debating on whether or not to brave the rest of the night, they all hear someone running in the building, and as you can see, the hotel is locked down. This is too much for them, and they all leave.
To actually capture the sounds of someone running through the building, and something that hasn't even made the top 10 is when we had it in the brothel section.
Oh yeah.
But this is clear, and then it just goes to show that guests hearing that in the middle of the night, knowing that nobody else is in the building, is a truly scary moment. And even, seasoned investigators leave, and that's another one that's had 1.5 million views on TikTok.
It is. One thing that really threw me and scared me quite a bit is the chair. The chair in the brothel section by the table. just moving itself out as if someone was about to sit down.
You weren't here that night, you were off, but my God, I remember that moment as clear as day because we were just looking at the screen and that sort of like dusty mist caught our eyes.
I don't think you can actually see it in the episode that went out as well as we could. I think that had happened and it had faded out by then, but yeah, very strange. And then to just go, hold on, what moved then? And we do this quite often. We think we've seen something move and it is quite often orbs, and all these different things that, but this time genuinely something had moved in shot.
Orbs are not a thing!
Alright, we'll play it.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
And then you use the one in the cellar for... Whoa, what the f*** is all that mist? Look at the table cam.
I don't know. What is that?
It's round like...
I don't know.
Oh, I swear something's just moved then. I swear to God something just moved. What just moved? Prepare yourselves for some of the most compelling evidence you will ever see.
No.
Good, bro.
We need to go in then.
One of the best things about this capture is that it gets caught on multiple camera angles.
I was gutted I wasn't there that night.
Yeah, we were so excited to tell you the next morning. It's that is the beauty of this building, is more times than not, if something happens, it gets caught on 2 or 3 different cameras. Right now, including the camera we're filming on, we are being filmed by another 3 cameras currently.
Yeah, and do you know what? This is sometimes something that I think people forget. There is over 150 hours worth of footage a week filmed here, 24/7, and people may think, oh my God, they catch so much, but we actually don't really. It's just the fact that there are so many cameras in this building covering every angle.
Yeah, because obviously every haunted destination doesn't have 24 cameras in, so...
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. We are very close to announcing the winner of the top 10 moments, but runner-up, a very worthy one, the glass.
Oh my word. That was epic. Happened in front of everyone as well.
Oh my God. And some of our best ever guests who've stayed here, Phoebe, Kim, Isabel, they were in the room with us at the time, witnessed it, and another one that got caught on multiple camera angles as well.
Yeah, perfect.
I need to know who you are. Is your surname Griffith? What was that?
The glass fell off the thing. Wow.
What?
The glass fell off!
The second piece of evidence is just as astonishing as the first, and we are able to document this moment from 4 different cameras, which clearly capture what we deem to be poltergeist activity, as a glass is flung from the function room bar.
I need to know who you are. Is your surname Griffith? Is your surname Griffith? Is your surname Griffith? Is your surname Griffith?
This has been pointed out a lot, but I actually get scared twice in that video.
Oh, Isabel dropped
when
the chair.
Isabel knocks her chair over because she's also scared. So I jumped twice.
Yeah, that's very true. Tom's just walked into set, by the way.
He gave us the weirdest look. Hi, Tom. Sorry, Tom.
Comes down to number one, doesn't it? And obviously, it's got to be the apparition.
We all knew what it was going to be.
Yeah, of course. Not only that, we obviously caught that amazing video of it walking down the corridor. We caught it on camera multiple times. This thing has now been photographed 3 or 4 different times and caught on video. Whatever this thing is everywhere.
Yeah.
And wants to be seen.
The same night as the glass moved, we episode 19, I think it was, we got it on the track cam in the cellar. But to actually get it middle of the day, to get that phone call off you, the excitement in your voice was just unbelievable.
The excitement comes from, well, it's the first thing I ever saw in this building, so to actually capture it on camera, on video camera, then yeah.
I don't think a lot of people could really see it when we first released it either, because it is subtle.
It's very subtle, yeah. It's tough to see. And we even looked at it for a good 10 minutes before we could work out what had moved. I remember sending it to Ollie, and he sent it back going, "What are you even trying to show me?"
Yeah.
But it's there, and unlike a lot of places that we have seen quite clearly video edited figures walking across things that are incredibly fake looking, that these things are not in plain sight waving at you saying hello, and it takes hours and hours. We added up, this building has over 3,000 hours of footage each week. If you count all 24 cameras, they're recording 24 hours a day, and of that 3,000 hours of footage, we just happened to catch this one moment.
Wow, that kind of just sums up My Haunted Hotel in 2022, and I think it's worth noting that there was a lot that didn't even make the top 10. The rocking chair, for example, one of the biggest things we caught early on. It hit the New York Post. The countless amounts of footsteps on the upstairs corridor, the Boko doll moving,
and the Baywatch scene.
Well, yeah, that old classic Baywatch moment between these two pair of numpties.
That is the most horrifying of anything that we've seen tonight.
Yeah, that's very true. But it has just been an incredible journey so far, and I think the best thing is that it's only just getting started.
Yeah.
Next year is going to be epic.
Oh my word, so much to come. Hopefully so much more evidence to capture, but I think a special shout out needs to go out, doesn't it, to this incredible fan base.
Yeah, thank you so much for everyone that allows us to come into your homes each week and spend an hour us doing stupid stuff in pyjamas.
Thanks for me putting on us 2 stone since we started.
Well, that's all the pizza, that.
I'm surprised you got some left. Christ. Anyway, happy Christmas, guys.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.